This is Aloore News.
Makinde says his administration will put an end to kidnapping insecurity in Oyo State. Promoters of fake news want Amotekun to fail, urges people to adhere to COVID-19 protocols. Governor Makinde of Oyo State declared that his government will do everything possible to put an end to kidnapping and insecurity in the state by working with all security agencies, including the newly introduced Oyo State Security Network Agency, also known as Amotekun Corps. The governor hinted that the safety and security of all residents of the state remains a top priority for his government, adding that his administration will work tenaciously to tackle cases of kidnapping and insecurity. Governor Makinde, who appreciated all heads of security agencies for doing their best to secure the state, explained that the government is already setting up proper information channels for security agencies in the state in order for them to keep the information flow simple. The governor stated this while briefing newsmen at the government house, Agodi, Ibadan, adding that the government will go ahead to implement the 500 million naira MSME fund and employment of 5,000 young persons into government agencies, as well as the engagement of youth into direct labor schemes to tackle youth restiveness in the state. Governor Makinde, who warned that some individuals who want Amotekun to fail had been assailing it with all sorts of misinformation and fake news, maintained that the community policing model remains the only way to solve the insecurity challenge in the country. He stated that the state will not sit idly and watch any Amotekun operative operate outside the ambitions of the law, and that it would also not yield to blackmail against the new agency. He added that the state has identified that there is presently some friction between the Amotekun and Nigerian police in the state, adding that the state will set up a committee to iron out the frosty relationship between the two institutions and bring about an alignment in their operations. The governor charged anyone with a genuine case against the members of the Amotekun Corps to come forward with their grievances by using any of the feedback channels put in place by the government. The governor equally warned traditional rulers and village heads against allocating lands to undocumented foreigners, stating that some undocumented individuals had been contributing to insecurity in the state. He added that the state will soon provide documentation for these individuals, and especially minors and tricycle operators, saying,
for the past weeks, since the Western Nigeria Security Network, codenamed Amotekun, were deployed, we have seen various reports in the news. Most of these reports are good, a few are bad. And of the bad, quite a number have false information and fake news. It has therefore become necessary to put the good people of Oyo State on high alert. Each time you see a news item, you want to ask yourself, is this believable?
Similarly, the governor addressed the resurgence in cases of COVID-19 in the state and the country, saying that the virus is still very much in the state and that residents must continue to adhere to the protocols to prevent the spread, while also following the food advisory once released by the state to boost their immune system. He advised that individuals must show responsibility by owning their actions, explaining that the state tested about 20,000 samples of people who were mostly sick or had direct contact with those who had the virus between March and December 2020, with about 3,000 testing positive. He stated that the state has equally conducted about 14,000 tests on people, including those not showing any symptom based on the NCDC guidelines between early December and January 2021, and that 696 tested positive. In all, he said that the state has conducted more than 34,000 COVID-19 tests. While speaking on the issue of COVID-19 vaccines, the governor maintained that the 1,800 vaccines allocated to the state by the federal government are inadequate, stating that the state will engage manufacturers of AstraZeneca vaccines when finally certified fit for human consumption, as it has been said to be more suitable for the state because of its storage instructions.
I've always said that all our responses to COVID-19 in Oyo State will be guided by data, science, and logic. So as far as Oyo State is concerned, the data we have is not pointing to a second wave, as the curve was never flattened to start with.
Mariam Ogunremi for Aloore News.